Hey everyone, welcome back to TBM Sports. Let's get into the Saturday action in the MLB. All right, let's run this board and talk about my 4 best bets as we break down each and every single game. It is one where, guys, welcome back. Took a couple days off, so recharge, ready to roll, and let's get into the Saturday action, okay? For those of you that are new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. I do appreciate all my returning subscribers, and let's get into the picks. We are going to use Outlier to break this all down. If you guys are not using it, there is a 7-day free trial. Check them out, okay? For the monthly subscription, it pays for itself in gold, in my personal opinion. Do not overpay for odds anywhere, as well as kind of the analytics within the prop markets. Every single sport, it completely is, in my opinion, the most invaluable tool in the sports betting industry. At least one of them that I do deploy each and every single day that I do make a bet. So let's get into that action. The first game on the card, okay? Miami and Washington, okay? This is where we look at Gibson going against Williams. Now, in this game, full disclosure, we have to kind of talk about kind of the potential for an over here. I do lean towards the side of the Washington Nationals. However, there is a little bit of stronger support here on the side of the Marlins, okay? And you got to kind of understand why. They won 11-9, okay, last time out against Washington. Today's kind of field of games, all right, there is something very interesting to kind of mention. As we look at basically every single game, we're going to have some weather, we're going to have some wind blowing in. For those of you that are watching the U.S. Open, you can kind of see what we have going on. It's just kind of a, from a precipitation standpoint, across the Midwest and the East Coast, it is just kind of a plaguey day. But we do have some wind blowing in basically in every single field except for a couple, and that's why we're seeing a lot of these totals really low, okay? There's some really low totals out there, not just because of the pitching matchups support that, but in this game, I lean towards the over. That number sitting there at 9. If you want to take 8.5 with juice, I lean towards the over and the side of the Washington Nationals, but no official play. All right, next game, almost made my card, the Reds and the Tigers. Flaherty taking on Brady Singer. I kind of like the over in this game as well, okay? But we look at kind of Comerica Park, 12-mile-per-hour wind blowing in. We saw yesterday's performance and kind of what we had going on in that game. You kind of have to understand that the Detroit Tigers and Reds, okay, it was one where we got a very interesting kind of showing here, 11-5, or 16 and 12 hits respectively. So 28 hits in that contest yesterday. I think the bats stay hot. Even though the wind's blowing in, I still like the over in this game. Also a lean towards the Tigers, looking to go 2 games up on the Reds in this series, okay? Pittsburgh and Chicago. This game is a game that I will be betting, not in minus 250, but we are going to look at Pittsburgh to kind of lose this one, okay? The Cubs coming off of a loss. I like this bounce back that we do get. Yesterday we saw a 2-1 victory for the Pirates, and I just don't think the Cubs bats are going to stay at bay. Matthew Boyd going against Burrows. The line definitely does kind of correlate with what we're seeing from a pitching matchup. I like the Cubs to win this game in a bounce back fashion, so we will have them in a money line parlay that I'm going to give out to you guys on this at the end of this video, where I'll recap and I'll talk about my final plays. But I do have a money line parlay that does include the Cubs. All right, Angels, Orioles. This is an interesting one, okay? As we look at kind of why we want to talk about this game, well, this is one of the most bet games of the day, coincidentally, as we look at kind of Baltimore. All right, now this is something where you're looking kind of what they've been able to do against lefties. Not so good. We look at Tyler Anderson has been pitching very solid, okay? And I think this is something as we look into kind of the Orioles. They're a horrible cover team, horrible team to bet on as they roll out Shigano. This is a sneaky little plus money play for the Angels if I was going to lend in that direction. So I think that you have to kind of go in favor of potentially the under and the Angels in the spot, but no official play. All right. Next game, as we look at it, the Phillies and the Blue Jays. This is one where I almost wanted to play the Phillies here. Minus 160 is just over my threshold. I won't lay it. Christopher Sanchez going against Bowden Francis. I like the Phillies a lot at home, okay? So you'd have to lay plus 130 to get minus 1.5 on the run line, or you can add Phillies minus 160 to any kind of money line parlay. Phillies are not bad in the 9th, how I would approach it. This is one where I do like the Phillies, but at minus 160 straight up, not going to be getting involved, so this is a pass as well. Next game, the White Sox and the Rangers, okay? We do get to see Jacob deGrom back in action. 6-2 on the year, 2.12 ERA. Going against the White Sox, for me, guys, this is a clear-cut kind of play on the Rangers as they were 3-1 victors against the White Sox yesterday. Going against DeGrom, this is going to be very tough for them to score, so the Rangers will be involved in that money line parlay. Minus 375 is a lot of juice, so that's kind of why we're going to approach that from that angle. Okay, next game, Athletics Royals, no play for me. This is one where we see the wind blown in as well, potentially looking towards an under here. Outside of that, no official play. Rays Mets, okay, we do get McGill going against Rasmussen. As you look at this game, this is one that could potentially be an under as well. So the Mets, as we talk about kind of offensively what the Mets and Rays have been able to do, this is a matchup where we saw 7-5 yesterday. I could see this game going under the total as well, wind blowing in, but for me, guys, this will be a pass firmly, okay? In the next game, this will be an official play. We get a great pitching matchup within Ryan and Hunter Brown. The Mets and Astros, the Astros are at home in Space City. Hunter Brown's been phenomenal, 8-3 on the year, 1.82 ERA. Definitely live in that Cy Young candidate if you look into the futures market. But as we look at this, and I want to back Hunter Brown, not going to kind of get involved within kind of the first five. I thought about even earn runs, but for me, guys, in this one, this is going to be a play just dead on the under. I know the wind is actually kind of looking at it in a direction where we could talk about it. You want to talk about kind of where the wind's going. This is one of the only games of the day that the wind is blowing out. As you look at kind of Houston, 9.2 mile per hour, dead out the center. Okay. And the one thing about this is it is a dome, okay? So not going to have any kind of impact. So when you look at that, please keep in mind if it is a dome or not. I'm not sure actually if it is a retractable roof, okay? And it is a retractable roof, okay? But this is something where we look into kind of where we're looking at this game. I think this is something where you could see a potential for the wind having a role, but I just really do like the Astros here to kind of shut the door here on what we're going to be seeing with Minnesota. Plus, we get Ryan on the other end. So I'm not going to play the 6.5 at plus money. Flat 7 on FanDuel. That will be my best bet, minus 115. That will be my best bet in this contest. Colorado and Atlanta. Okay, next game, as we look at it, we do get Spencer Strider. He's been looking very impressive after a few kind of hiccups after coming back from injury. And as in this game, minus 325 on the money line, we will be adding them to that money line mix. And that will be my official parlay. Okay, so it's going to be Cubs, Braves, and Rangers. Money line favorites, right? But I do think these teams all have the edge. They all need a win off of bounce back spots. And I just think that plus 142 is that number. So we're going to put those three teams' money lines together. 3-leg money line parlay. Cubs, Braves, and Texas to get the job done at plus 142. All right, going down the board a little bit more, we got to talk about the Cardinals and Brewers. This will be a game where I don't look into having any kind of edge here. Quintana going against Palante. Cardinals are on the road, lean towards the Brewers, but no official play for me in this spot. Next game, Padres and Diamondbacks, right? Bergert has been kind of transitioning from that reliever to starter role. For me, guys, this is going to be a play on the Padres. It's a fishy number, but plus 145 going against the Diamondbacks. I can't bet against that, and I think that a lot of people are looking for some reversion here, but Zach Gallen has been giving up a lot of runs. I just like the Padres bats a little bit, and at plus 145, we're going to make a play on them, so that will be an official play on the money line, taking the Padres with some plus money here at plus 145. I can't really pass that up. They're begging you to take the Padres. It's a fishy line, but we're still going to lay it, so give me the Padres here to get the job done, and looking for Bergert to have 3 successful quality starts, okay? Next game, Yankees and Red Sox. Dobbins going against Rodon. Another game where you could dive into the under. Personally, I like the Yankees here, minus 168. As you look for Judge to stay hot, Rodon to stay hot on the road. Fenway, the wind's blowing in, but I do think that the Yankees will have the advantage here against the Red Sox on the road. So I do like the Yankees minus 168, but that's too much of a play in itself. So and I don't like the run line at plus 100. So I lean under and Yankees to get get the job done. Okay, Mariners and Guardians, another game where it does set up kind of for the under. Briefly, very little bit of wind blowing in, but the Mariners pitcher-friendly ballpark going against Kirby. Tanner Beebe on the other side for the Guardians. Kirby has not been the pitcher that we saw last year whatsoever, but I do think this one does still set up for the under. At 6.5, though, not going to get involved. It is something where you could look into a flat 7, and that's kind of how I would approach this game as the Mariners are at home. Okay, and the final play of the day, okay, we're going to go the Dodgers and the Giants, a little NL West action we have going on. Yesterday, we saw a 6-2 victory for the Giants as Logan Webb took down Yamamoto, and the Dodgers were held to 2 hits, okay? 2 hits and 2 runs, but I don't think this is going to last too long. I look for a bounce back spot here. You can see kind of on the money line, the Dodgers are minus 174 favorites. And with Kershaw pitching, I just don't want to lay them outright, but I do think that if the Dodgers win the game, which I do like them to kind of bounce back here, they are going to kind of get back to hitting the baseball at home very well, very efficient. So I will take the Dodgers over that team total 4.5 at minus 125. Okay, so that'll wrap it up. Those are my best bets. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you haven't done so by now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. The 4-pack that we will have: Padres plus 145 on the money line, under 7 Houston and the Twins. Then we're going to go the Dodgers over team total 4.5, as well as the Cubs, Braves, and Rangers 3-leg money line parlay at plus 142, and those are my best bets. All right, so good luck tonight. We will have some exciting action. We do get continued coverage of the U.S. Open once that play resumes from the second round. Also, the ice, we do see Edmonton and Florida game 5 in Edmonton. Need the Panthers to win. Okay, I got a nice little futures ticket there with Sam Bennett on the Conn Smythe Award, waiting for that one to come in. Wish he would have had that game in OT, but did not get that one done. Needed the Cats on the money line as well. So look for Florida to bounce back on the road. Should be a good one. Okay, all of those first 4 games have really delivered in terms of what we've seen. So it'll be a fun, exciting matchup here. I believe it's 8 o'clock as we'll see the coverage start for that game. So game 5, Stanley Cup. Can't wait. Enjoy the baseball, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow in the next video. Good luck on your picks. Cheers.